We are going to start. I'm just going to start with this story out of Flagler County, and then we've got a story out of just that I don't even think is Florida, but it's
still weird.
It's weird.
Very weird.
It doesn't have to be Florida. It's weird.
Very weird, but I got to tell you something I might possibly do.
Okay. Is it weird?
It's weird.
Okay. All right.
It's weird for some people, I'm sure. So I see this story like 2 days ago, and it's really caught some legs out there, and not just in the Flagler County area, but here in St. Johns County as well. They've got a guy running for, I believe it's county commissioner. I think he's already a county commissioner. Okay. Joe Mullins out there. He's been dealing with some scandal recently, as I understand. Yeah, poor Joe. Well, one of the scandals, I think, was that he, a lot of these people do radio shows for their campaigns. They start radio shows even though nobody listens to the radio anymore. So his most recent scandal, as I understand, doing his radio show live, just picking his nose during the during some of the commercial breaks.
Always nervous about that.
Are you?
I'm so always nervous.
Clay has instructions to cut to you anytime you're picking your nose, by the way.
And because you got a mustache and stuff, like hairs get up there.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, and I'll think the camera's on you, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's on me."
No. I know. I do that too. I'm with you. So Joe Mullins, they say a random text message sent to Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins ends with a drug dealer in handcuffs. You guys got to hear this story. Have you heard this, Troy? Did you hear this?
No,
Davey, you heard this?
Yes, I have heard this.
Clay, I don't know if you've heard this. They say 18-year-old Jack Edward Fisher, a resident of Lytle Drive in Palm Coast, was arrested around 2:40 a.m. on August 15th in the B section of Palm Coast during an undercover, they say, buy bust set up by special investigations units in Flagler County. Commissioner Mullins, they say, reached out to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office Chief of Staff after receiving a text message offering to sell him an 8-ball.
Wow.
Why are you talking to young men at 2:40 in the morning?
Well, why?
It's a little weird.
Drug dealers do not randomly text commissioners
about
at 2 in the morning about 8 balls.
Yeah.
This is a first for me. When I go through the comments here on the message that they posted out there for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, pretty much everybody is in agreement that nobody has ever received a random call from a drug dealer asking to sell them an 8-ball. I mean, first of all, drug dealers aren't calling random numbers. Drug dealers are very, very, very careful about this stuff.
They're very close to the vest. And I can tell you, the 18-year-old's a patsy because, what's he doing with cocaine? 18.
That's a good point, too.
That's a really good point.
That's not meth. That's not crack. That's like
expensive.
Yeah. That's a good point. And apparently the kid's homeless.
Wow.
So that
How can he text then? How does he have a cell phone?
He's a mule. Well,
yeah,
he can get phones.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was he set up for failure here? Was this, somebody trying to better their campaign? I gotta say it just looks really weird.
It looks weird from every single angle. It looks weird that this Mullins guy, apparently in the middle of some scandal himself, and now all of a sudden he's a hero for turning in a drug dealer at 2 in the morning. Get the fuck out of here.
It feels very Justius.
Yes, it does. Right? Yes.
Who paid somebody to beat him up and he wrote a check.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And along those lines, a lot of people have pointed out, boy, this kid's got a big smile on his face in this booking photo. Seems like a smile that maybe just cashed a big check.
Yeah. He's been arrested before. He's used to it, I guess.
I think he's been arrested for, from what I understand, he's actually in like drug rehab from a previous incident. But yeah, so the sheriff went on to thank Commissioner Mullins for immediately reporting this poison peddler. His cooperation, again, at 12:40 in the morning. What's the commissioner doing up at 12:40 in the morning getting text message? I mean, that's legitimately talking to your cocaine dealer time.
Yeah, and nothing happens good after midnight.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's so much more to this story.
It walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Yeah,
it's a cocaine addict. Yeah,
something not right here, especially
then everything is not right here.
Picking the nose. Hello.
You know what? Huh? It all makes sense now.
No, it does.
No, I'm really conscious of what I'm touching my nose. Thanks, Davey. Oh.
We know you're natural, please.
Somebody drug test this guy.
Yeah,
Has
right.
nobody drug tested this guy?
Well,
He's a commissioner. Can't you call for public record and say, hey, we want to see your health records.
Oh
We
my
want to make
God.
sure you're not
I don't know. There's
running our city while coked out of your freaking mind.
sounds very much like
Scooby-Doo.
that story, the Jussie story.
Yes.
Where it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm reflecting now, might not be going well in the campaign. Let me get some attention
Right.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spike it a little bit.
Yeah, man.
That was
That's
a lot.
what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
Because this does not smell right at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing about this. This just doesn't happen.
What happened to like going to
Doesn't
like
pass the
activity
system.
center at
No.
like an assisted living and reading to senior citizens and looking,
Yeah.
crack down on cocaine
some-
in Palm
Yeah.
Coast. Like, who
Yeah.
cares?
Throw some turkeys out the back of a truck or something, guy. What are you doing? So this stinks to high heaven of something like that, or like he was communicating with his drug dealer and he thought he was going to get caught. So, and which cocaine addict, very, very.
Maybe his dealer's over here, the guy with 3 names.
Could be.
Okay.
Could
Satellite.
be.
You meddling kids again? They're on the 904.
His Cajun drug dealer got put away.
Yeah, right.
He was living in a shed here. He didn't want people to find out.
And
I got to tell you, I don't buy this for a second.
Yeah,
I
me
don't buy
neither.
this for a second, and neither do residents in Palm Coast. But it'll be interesting. I think
A lot of question marks around it.
lot of question marks. Big question
Smelly,
marks.
very stinky.
Yeah. But he won't be able to smell it because his nose is too full of cocaine. Possibly.
True that.
There you go. What if this show doesn't get us in trouble?
Well,
We're not in Flagler County.
yeah.
No. And look, this is just our speculation. We're allowed to speculate and speak
Absolutely.
openly. It's America.
Looks kind of funky. We got to call it out.
Yeah. Boy.
There's more to the story, is all we're saying.
Yeah.
We're not accusing anyone,
No.
No.
but there's more to the story.
There's most definitely more to this story.
But don't try to pull the wool over the people's eyes because we can see right through it.
Yeah, boy, what a stupid,
A homeless
stupid.
18-year-old doesn't walk around with an 8-ball.
Right.
All of this makes no sense.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All of it makes no sense.
Sorry. It just doesn't happen.
Doesn't
like that.
happen.
Yeah. So, Joe Mullins,
Yeah.
Clean it up.
get your shit together, man.
Weirdo
Really?
of the week.
Jeez. Yeah. Definitely our weirdo of the week. Most definitely. He's going to be a Florida man one day.
His PR person is Tanya Harding's PR person.